Shadows behind bars. In the heart of a desolate landscape, hidden beneath layers of crumbling stone and thick fog, lay Blackwood Correctional Facility, a prison notorious for housing the most disturbed minds. Once a place for rehabilitation, it had morphed into a living nightmare, where whispers of the past echoed through the dank hallways. Tales of inmates who went mad, some never to be seen again, traveled like wildfire, and the prison itself seemed to breathe, drawing in the tales of despair and forgotten souls. It all began when a group of ambitious journalists decided to explore the remnants of Blackwood, eager to uncover its secrets. Among them were Sarah, a determined investigator with a penchant for the supernatural; David, the skeptic, who believed in nothing but facts; and Mia, who had a strange fascination with the macabre. They stepped through the rusted gates, the air thick with anticipation and dread. As night fell, they wandered deeper into the prison, their flashlights flickering against the walls, casting monstrous shadows that danced in the corners of their eyes. The silence was deafening, broken only by the distant sound of water dripping, or was it the soft cries of the forgotten? They found the infamous isolation cells, where the most dangerous inmates were kept. Each cell door creaked ominously as they pushed them open, revealing the remnants of the past: tattered clothes, scribbled notes, and unsettling drawings that hinted at the madness within. Suddenly, a chilling draft swept through the corridor, extinguishing their lights. Panic set in. Sarah fumbled for her flashlight, but when she turned it back on, the others were gone. Heart racing, she called out for them, her voice swallowed by the oppressive darkness. It was then she noticed the shadows, figures lurking just beyond her line of sight, their outlines twisted and grotesque, as if they were once human but had long since lost their sanity. Desperate, Sarah stumbled toward the sound of murmurs. It led her to the cafeteria, now a cavern of despair, where dozens of empty chairs faced a long-abandoned stage. In the center, a small spotlight flickered on, illuminating a figure shrouded in darkness. It was Mia, standing motionless, her eyes vacant and body rigid. As Sarah approached, Mia slowly raised her hand, pointing at something beyond the stage. In a panic, Sarah followed the gesture, only to find David standing at the far end of the room, his head tilted at an unnatural angle, eyes wide with terror. "Run!" he screamed, but before they could move, the shadows surged forward, coalescing into a swirling mass of insanity that enveloped the room. The sound of laughter echoed eerily, a cacophony of voices filled with anguish and rage. The three friends found themselves fighting through the darkness, but the shadows were relentless, feeding off their fear. Just as they thought they were escaping, they were drawn back to the isolation cells, where the walls seemed to pulse with life. Inside each cell, they saw reflections of themselves, twisted versions of their own sanity, grinning maniacally, beckoning them in. "Join us," the shadows hissed, as they closed in. The friends were torn apart, each facing their nightmares, their minds unraveling as the prison revealed its true horror. Blackwood was not just a prison. It was a trap for the souls of the insane, and now, they were part of its twisted history. Days later, a local news report would reveal that the prison had been abandoned for decades. The haunting whispers of Blackwood Correctional Facility faded into legend, but sometimes, under the cover of darkness, the laughter could still be heard, echoing through the lonely streets, a reminder of the souls lost to the shadows behind bars. And somewhere, deep within the crumbling walls, three friends wandered endlessly, their sanity entwined with the madness that claimed them.